Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to teach us how I achieve this cowl neck that is dripping. So you get your measurements, all your measurement, and you had your east allowance. The measurement is showing on your screen. It's going to be a blouse without a dart. The measurement is showing on your screen with your east allowance. This is my back pattern. The back pattern, from the center front you get your neck width, which is 3, then you get your shoulder, which is 7, plus your allowance, then you get your half, then you slant it with your ruler. From there you get your shoulder, your armhole. Sorry, my armhole is 18 divided by 2, which is 9. Then I use my curve to make it very neat to get the armhole. After finished doing that, I put my tape back from my shoulder to get my neck depth, which is 1.5. This, because this is going to be the back pattern, and use it again for the front. From there you get, from the shoulder you get your bust point, you get your waist point, and you get your length with your 1-inch allowance. From the shoulder you mark it with your ruler, you mark it straight before you start dividing your circumference, your bust circumference, which is 36, plus your east allowance 37 divided by 4. You mark what you got, then you had your joining allowance, which is 1 inch. You do the same on your waist. You had your east, then you divide by 4. Then before you do the same, the length, you use your hip, you divide your hip into 4. Then you had your joining allowance. After I finish doing that, at the end I've now brought the same back pattern, because I want to cut the front. The front I'm going to add on the shoulder to make it wider, to get your desired drip that you want. If you want it, you had like 4 or 5 inches to the shoulder to get your mark tape. You can see the way I fixed my paper on that. You see the way I marked it. Then after I finished doing that, I use my tape rule to mark how I want it to go. See the way I mark it, you see the way I added the paper, then you see how I marked it with my marker. So I'm going to slit through that part that I marked. I had 2 inches. The other place I did mistake, so I had 2 inches. Then you see the way I see the way I slant it. You see the way I've slanted the way I want it. You can slant more than 3 or 4 how you want it. This is 2, and you can also make the neck wider, but you have to be careful when you're doing the neck so that it will not be too wide. After I finish doing that, I bring my fabric, this one, then your pattern, you place it on your fabric, you spread it wide. You can still spread it more, like 2 inch or 3 inch, however you want it to be. After you finish doing that, you pin, you bring your pin. You can still trim the neck. You trim the neck, and you have to put mark there, so when you're joining it with the back pattern, you will not be confused, because the front is going to be very longer than the back. So don't be confused. You have to lay it very well. See the way it is. Then don't mind the up that is not styling with it down. Then you cut straight. See where my hand is going. You cut like this. You cut. And after you finish, consider the way it's looking. The front is going to be very longer than the back. See the way it's looking. Don't be confused. Don't be worried. The excess in the up is going to drip. So if you want it more, you're going to make it add more to the shoulder to make it more wider. See the way it's looking. So by the time you bring your back, the back fabric, I've cut the back fabric, you can see I'm placing it. Let me show you how I join it. You bring the front facing the 2 good sides together, facing the 2 good sides. Then you make sure that the 2 armhole meet first. You pin it down, the 2 armhole, you pin it down. Make sure that the 2 armhole meet first. You pin it down, you arrange it with your hands, you pin it. Then the 2 shoulder must meet. You can see the shoulder must meet, leaving the excess. After you can pin it together. After you finish pinning, then you now pleat. You pleat it so that you have that dripping, so that the drip is going to show very well. You pin it into 2 places because it's 2 inch. Then you make sure that the other, you see the way I'm pleating it, you use your pin to hold it down, because so that you have, sometimes it will be excess at the shoulder. Don't mind, just continue. You pleat, you pleat. Then you make sure that the 2 neck, the back neck and the front neck, also have to meet. See the way I'm pinning it down. See the edge. Don't forget to fold. If you have to fold it, you can tape. You can use your tape rule to tape. You can use bias to tape the neck. You see, then you pin. The two neck must meet. The two neck must meet each other. Please watch carefully so you understand. You can also tape your back or fold it if you want, anyhow you want to do it. But especially two of them meet. The two neck also must meet. You pin it down with your pin. After you finish doing that, you do the same at the other side. The same at the other side. The two armhole must meet. The armhole to the armhole must meet. You pin it down first. Then you come up to the shoulder. The two shoulder also must meet. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share this channel. And if you're new to my channel, you can also hit the notification bell so that I will post videos, you will be notified. You can see you pleat it. You do the same way you pleat the other side. You pleat this other side, so facing the same side, so that you're going to get what you want. You pleat. You make sure that the two neck meet the shoulder. One is going to be higher than the other, where you can trim it. You pleat very well. You pin it. It's longer than the other one. You later trim it, making that the two neck, you see, meets. The two neck. Make sure that they are in the same page. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you've not done so, and give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. You can also drop your question below. You can also ask your question below, or drop your question below. You can also trim the neck if the neck is too small, but don't forget to fold or use your bias to tape the neck, or trim it if you like to trim it. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. You can also drop your question if you want to drop your question. Thank you so much for watching. Then this is the outcome of the dress. Thank you so much for watching.